Hey everybody, Spoonfed here, and we're with the last distro before starting the whole hacking series. I thought I had them all, but I found this one. It's called Blackbuntu, and we're going to install it, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's based off the on Ubuntu, like Backbox is, and I always get these two confused. So if I say Backbuntu or Blackbox or something like that, you have to forgive me because I switch them up constantly in my head. I don't know why. I think they're both based on Ubuntu, and black and back almost is the same, and yeah. These errors that I get is from running it in a virtual machine, but everything will work, so don't you worry about that, boy. Another thing is no, that's difficult. When will I get to that one? No, I will do that in the next video. Right, sorry, I have to keep you in suspense. You have to watch my next video for what I was about to say. The install that starts up right away is the same as all the other ones. Downloads everything. Now here's something I really like, because I already installed the one, so I know what's coming. And if it will just show up. I must say the install takes pretty long. I mean, if you thought that Backtrack took long to install, this one takes way longer. But it will install a lot of tools, the same tools that Backtrack has. It has a slightly different like index, so the categories are a bit different, and the menu looks a lot. It's almost similar, but tools just have a different place. Erase and use entire disk. Yes. Now look at this. How awesome is that for a picture of your hard disk? I think they should use this more often. It's pretty awesome. Install now. It's the same as always, actually. Just choose your time. Choose the keyboard layout. Then the name. And we're done. Who are you? Oh, that was pretty cool. Now let's drag that up here if we can. We cannot. Okay, then we just click that one. So here you can see everything that's going on. I know it's hard to read, but whatever. So this is Blackbuntu. I will show you what it looks like after the install, and I think that's pretty much it, really. The other thing is I have not been reading up as much as I should have been on the whole SOPA pipa thing. Other than that, yeah, I haven't read much news at all, actually. So I need to subscribe to some channels again and read about the news. I only know that in the whole mega upload case, the German guy is already saying he was a criminal, so I don't know if that's the best defense you can make. Even if you are, just like keep it on the download, just act like you aren't. I mean, if you have a business and you make money, well, that makes a lot of people criminals. The other thing is that the Dutch guy was released. He's off the hook. So he has, well, he got, I think he got probation, but I'm not sure. I'll have to read up on that. And some new developments across the internet. Well, there aren't really that many. You know, like when social media was big, or the .com bubble as they call it, that's when the whole internet site registration business happened. Those big things, they're not really in the make right now. I mean, yeah, there are people making, like, some guy on Dutch TV said that the whole app business, which is just basically making apps for the iPhone on iOS or for Android, is booming. Well, sorry to bust your bubble there, but if you're just making an app for, I don't know, the sake of selling it, why would you? I think Android is doing a pretty decent job of offering you good free apps, but also paid ones. So, you know, if you don't make the paid one that more expensive than the free one, I think a lot of people will buy it. And iOS, that market, I don't even know what it's called actually, but let's say the iTunes or the iPhone market, that one is so tightly controlled and regulated, it's not even fun anymore. I mean, if you make something that's only slightly vague or not correct, then they will not publish it. I mean, yeah, they should know. Good thing is there are hardly any viruses on the non-bricked iPhones. That's something else. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't think there's anything new going on. I think if you talk about something new going on right now, is the protests, actually, the whole form of the protests, the actions people take, and the whole IT security business. I think that's now what's like really going on around the world. I mean, of course, IT security was always around. I mean, they're already hacking and freaking way back in the day, but it really started, I think. Yeah, when did it start? I think late 80s, I would say, that the whole scene or markets really started. I mean, there were already guys writing viruses before that, of course, but I mean, that it became mainstream, and the root origin is, of course, it was already earlier, but the place where it kind of took off was there, and then it sort of made a sinusoid. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Movement, like wave across the years, like when that receded and then it built up again. I think we're now at the apex of one, or climbing to the apex. Maybe that's better, because a lot of people are just hacking away, and what they are doing is actually just using a simple, like, Google Dork, which is a query that you can put into Google to get information that maybe you actually shouldn't get. If you use what's it called again? I'll get to that. You have one database, I forgot the name, in which you can search for also applications and ports and services running, and you can use that one to search for vulnerable SCADA. I think that's the one it's called. So you can hack into power plants and stuff like that, to put it in perspective. The whole nuclear power plant business in, I think it was Iran. What was the Iraq? No, I think it was Iran. With the Stuxnet virus that was targeted towards SCADA. So you could, like, shut down the power, stuff like that. If you want, you could probably cause a meltdown. And the problem with that is a lot of these systems weren't designed to be put on the internet, like, or made public. They were only used for internal control only. They weren't part of a network or anything. They just have their own internal stuff. They were closed off from the outside world. And now they want to include the networks of the corporations into it, and usually that means that they're configured to run also uh, on the internet or accessible from the outside, which is a very stupid thing to do, of course, because if you make it accessible, that means that people like the writers of the Stuxnet, if they are now Mossad or not, I don't care. Well, yeah, I do care, but not for the sake of this argument. The people that can get to it will get to it, and they can do some serious damage. Yeah, so I'm not gonna promise we're gonna hack power plants and stuff like that, because there's no way I'm gonna do that on the put it on YouTube. What we are gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to set up your own environment. So that's for testing, like against boxes. So, and that means a box is basically your target, and a box can be anything from a server to a desktop computer to a laptop to a mobile phone or whatever, but that's a box. And then a box you can have in different forms and varieties. One of them is called gray box. That's when you know something about the system already and you know what you want to test. So let's say you, I don't know, gonna test a server from a client, and the client already tells you some info like our IP for the web server is this and stuff like that. That's gray box testing, and we're running PHP version 3 point something. You know, can you test that, or is our code correct or whatever? Basically, you already know something about the system. Then you have crystal box. Crystal box testing is you already have logins. You already can get inside the box, and you can see both sides immediately. So you can, pardon me. So you can hack away at the system, and then log in and see what it looks like from the other side, and see what it does, and that's crystal box testing. And then you have black box testing. And black box testing means you don't know anything about your target other than maybe a URL or a company name, for that matter. Maybe somebody only says, all right, I want you to test us for security. Our company is this. Have fun. That's black box testing. You don't know anything. Now, there's another thing that plays a role in testing, penetration testing, that has a very, well, not big debate, but you can get some pretty rough discussions on it if you have a zealous hacker across from you. And that is, during the testing, should you or should you not pay attention to anonymity? So should you or should you not pay attention to whether or not your IP address is getting logged? If your queries are getting stored somewhere, if your cookies are getting stored, should you worry about a trail being leading back to you or not? Some say, well, no, because they need to see that we're testing, and we need to have proof that we're the ones testing it and not that we hired somebody else to do it. And the others say, well, if you're going to test it like that and you take no precaution whatsoever, you don't know what the real hackers are going to do, because maybe they are using a proxy tool or some kind of other way to like mask their traffic, and you don't even know that they're hacking or with techniques you haven't tried before. Because if you can hack without consequences, as in it doesn't matter if your identity gets out there, then yeah, it's very easy to just fire away at the target. But if you have to calculate also the fact that people who are gonna hack don't want you to know that they're hacking, then the pen test gets very different. And where I stand on it is, why not do both? Why not have one penetration tester do it blatantly, openly, and just like kick in the door style, and have somebody else do the sneaky very high-tech, real-world example of people hacking without you knowing them. And that way you cover both fronts. And in case of a black box testing, you would want to do that anyway, because if you kick in the door of a black box, you have no idea what kind of traps await you. Maybe they've set up a honey pot, you know, and then you're caught like straight away. The first kick you make, you're stuck to the door. So that's something I think we're gonna do both, but more often than not, we're gonna use something as simple as Tor. I mean, it's not like the 100% guarantee, of course, because you don't know who is at the end of your line, but it does give you at least some sort of IP redirection, you know. The best thing, of course, is to just use your own proxy and your own VPN, and I think we're gonna be building that soon. But I have to get a server. Let's see when I can build my own server. So that is something that's in the make. Other than that, I have the final, thank God, distros lying around for Linux, which are the command prompt, like the console distros. So yeah, I can start with that, and then we can finally move on. And then for the Windows section, I'll probably be doing some programs, like explaining shortcuts or whatever, how to use Windows itself. And other than that, I have not thought of anything yet. We'll be getting there soon, though, with the good juicy content, if you want to call it like that. I've got some great tools for Windows, actually. In between, I think I'm gonna do like the customization or tweaking or like nonsense stuff that you could use to improve your Windows, like fences and ray meter and stuff like that. They don't really add much to your experience of Windows, but they're just cool things that you can use. And one thing that we are gonna do is we're gonna make Windows act like Linux, which is pretty cool. And we need to install some tools for that, but once we have that, we have more or less the same usability. Not quite, of course, but it will be a pretty good simulation, other than running it in a virtual machine and running it side by side. So yeah, I'm gonna pause it because, as you can see, I've been already talking for a lot, and it's only, I don't know, halfway from copying files. So yeah, I'll see you once this is done. So here we are. We're gonna restart because installation is complete, and I have to do something drastic because the last time it would not restart. So let's hope it will do it this time, because it just sort of hanged like right well here. I think it's doing it again. That's okay. We can fix that. Yes. And there we go. A cool animation of a cogwheel running away. Blackbuntu. I have no idea if there's sound anywhere near this, but it won't load with me. At least not in a virtual machine. Blackbuntu is starting. Yes. And here we are. And here we go with pen test. Information gathering. Well, we have some archive tools, some DNS tools, routing tools, using the search engines, SMTP, SNMTP, I mean, network mapping to identify some live hosts, so basically just scanning if they're online or whatever. Some fingerprinting. Let me do something first, actually. There, that's much better. Alright, some fingerprinting for the OSs, port scanning, and service fingerprinting. The difference between these two is this is for trying to figure out what's running on there, and this one is for getting to know what is running on, as in, is there a Apache or is there another daemon running, so that sort of stuff. And for VPN. Vulnerabilities for Cisco databases, and we have loads of MySQL tools in here, more than other people have, so I don't know if they're all good. I mean, I'm gonna test that out as we go along, actually, but this one remains, I think, a very good one. This one as well, actually. Some fuzzers, which we normally dear busters in here, but like I said, some stuff are relocated to something else. Web analysis. Here, see, then it's here, which is fine, actually. I mean, it doesn't really matter where you put it. Joomla vulnerability scanner, local file inclusion exploiter tools, OpenApp Kinetics, Skipfish, also always very good. And as you can see, there are loads of tools that we're using. Penetration, we've got the Beef tool, export database, fast track, Inguma, Metasploit, Origami, SAP, and social engineering. So we got a lot. Privilege escalation, offline attacks, we got some rainbow tools, and this whole list of password dumping and stuff. So online attacks for logging into online stuff. Some sniffers, we got the whole snarf family again. Yeah, loads of stuff. Some spoofing tools for helping with our man-in-the-middle attacks. We got some backdoors and shells. We got some tunneling tools. Well, loads of tunneling tools, actually. We can crack the whole web or WPA stuff with this one. We got a whole bunch of tools, some spoofing tools as well, and some miscellaneous that don't really fit in anywhere. Some Bluetooth tools, RFID tools are in here instead of their what's it called? Their separate menu. I really want to get started on this because this is awesome. Some VoIP tools. We got the normal tools. Some digital forensics. So we got anti-forensics to delete tools. We got file carving to get files from images. This is the same, actually. Just getting image to see if there is malware or see how it works. To read network files, XPCO is a very big one, and Argus, I don't really know that one yet, so I'm gonna learn that as we go along. Some PDF analysis tools to get loads of metadata or other data from PDFs. Registry analysis, also very nice tool to see what is installed and stuff like that. Steganography is the art of hiding files in other files. Hashing tools is to see if everything is correct as it should be. And digital forensics framework. Now we've got some reverse engineering tools, which does not include what's it called again, Ollie. So, but it does have loads of other good debuggers, so you can use it as well. Source code audit. This a I think this is the only one that has it, but I'm not quite sure about that. To have a application that reviews your source code before you even add it online. You know, you can just also pick like PHP files from people before they put it online to see is there already a flaw in this, which this one tool can find. You know, it takes a lot of manual work out of it. You should also manually review it, of course, but still. And stress testing to see what a server can do. And then we have some miscellaneous tools that don't fit in anywhere, which include Mac Changer and IP with IP Calc. Mantra Security Toolkit is a Firefox browser, but then with all the add-ons for God knows what else. And I don't even know this tool. There are loads of tools on this that I don't know, which I like. And there are loads of services. You have the Apache, MySQL, OpenVAS 4, PostgreSQL or something. I don't know. No idea how you have to pronounce that. But it's SQL and it's Postgre. So it's PostgreSQL, something like that. I don't know. It's anyway another database name. PyFlag. I have no idea what it is for yet. SSH for SSH tunneling, TFTP to get a FTP daemon, and Explico to start the whole analysis of network tools and other stuff. And then you have your normal programs like LibreOffice and Internet. You have your Firefox browser and remote desktop tools, Office tools, normal Office tools. I think this one is actually to make help files. Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Programming. You know, for PostgreSQL and sound and video, normal videos, tools, and this one is screen capture, so it's pretty cool. The system tools offer the bleach bit and the crypting tools, like TrueCrypt makes a partition, and Wine for all the programs that need to be run on the Windows actually. So, and accessories, of course, we have the Gwake terminal and the normal terminal. And that's it for Blackbuntu. I like this distro a lot. I think it's awesome. And yeah, we're gonna have fun with this. I think I'm gonna be using this one and Backbox the most because so far these two distros have not let me down with like my wireless driver or programs that won't work or stuff like that. The only thing that I do not like about this is I think I need to install a different terminal, because if I start this terminal, yeah, you can use root, blah, blah. Let's say I'm just doing this, then it will override. It will not jump to a new rule, a new line, so I have to fix that somewhere. And also if I do back now, see, then it will do that. And I have to do this again, and then we're back to normal. So that's something I need to fix on my own, which is not that bad. I mean, I think I'm going to put a shutdown button there, because I do like that. Log out. Let's see, do we have different, no, I thought maybe you had different like environments, but you don't, so that's pretty cool actually. Alright, well, that's it for whole Blackbuntu, and I would suggest try it out because it's pretty cool. And I will see you guys next time.